Looking good. All right. Hi, friends. Welcome back. We're on episode 4 now of the Case of the Golden Idol. Um, quick, I suppose, recap. Make sure everything's working over here. This crazy lady got this letter, and it said, "Use substance to remove target. Sincerely, Dark Hand Steward." And she tried to poison Edmund, but she accidentally poisoned and killed Rose. So took a little bit of a weird turn. And because of that, we're going to do things a little bit different. I'm bringing this guy back out. Haven't really used him much in, well, basically since Lorelei. But I feel like we could have cut down on time last episode if I would have just remembered. I knew that I had to use the first, that clue, the whatever, and then I also knew the fourth row, but I didn't ever look at them together, and so it never clicked. So hopefully, and I wrote down scenario 5, but we just did that, so we're on scenario 6. So hopefully, I'll be able to piece the clues together a little bit quicker. But no need to talk anymore. Let's get into this. Chapter 2, The Cursed Inheritance. Scenario 6, The Explosive Events in the Forest Cabin. Ooh, okay. In the forest cabin? In the forest, the explosive events in the forest cabin, jeez. Okay. Henchman for hire in Timberbrook region. Billy Cracker. Have we seen that name before? I feel like we have. Oakwood Gang, Brawler, Robber, Hardy Abe, that's a new name. Burkham Workhouse. Brawler has a cart. He's a brawler. Okay, so this is Hardy Abe's cart, presumably. Little Billy. Hobbs Gang. Burglar enters through chimneys. Of course, because he's little. Jack Nails, Timberbrook Inn, Burglar, Picklock, Henchman for hire, and this is in Hardy Abe's bag, we think. A box of confectionery, some hats. Is that one of them? Why the heck does he have a drawing of hats? Could have been that one, although I don't know. I don't think so. Interesting. That's it from here. And the only way to go is in. Oh, no shot? Is this? Ah, by the gods, what was that? Is that? It's Baker? No. The Baker, Ada Baker was the murderer. I can't. Miss Smith. Miss Smith. Kind of looks like her. Gentleman robber strikes in Westbrook. The infamous gentleman robber, Walter Keene, with a number of unnamed associates, held up a coach on the southern road leading out of Westbrook. The scoundrel, robbed the passengers of all their valuables, kissed a young lady, and then left. Not okay, man. You can't be doing that. Kissing the lady. You can... Well, don't be robbing passengers. If you're gonna rob something, rob a bank, you know. This is already the 5th robbery by the infamous gentleman who, as is his custom, appeared wearing an impeccable suit and a new hat in the latest city style. The reward for catching Walter Keene has been increased to 100 pounds. Is this Walter Keene, maybe? Okay, so this is our dead person. That is one rough-looking dog. That hat is definitely one of the hats in that drawing. That one, right? Yeah. So maybe Maybe that's how they identify themselves with the hats. Oops. Oh, I'm not gonna read that for now. I'm gonna... Little Pip! Go, coin, go! Alright, this little coin. Alright, so I'm gonna guess this is Mrs. Smith. I bet Edmund's gonna be somewhere in this room, unless... Who's dead? Who do we think is dead? Wait, I can't remember if we No, this is Ash, right? Didn't he kill somebody? He killed Willard Wright, this dude. Alright, we're okay with him being dead, I think? I do not care what it means. I do not care what means you use to acquire what I need, but remember to be discreet as always. Note that I do not want it to decay. The more recently it has died, the better. I wonder what he's trying to acquire. And then, gosh, who's the one that... hired... So yeah, so that's Ash. David... Theo. We don't... Okay, so Theo, we don't know who Theo is. We don't know who had him hired. I wonder... Because, so obviously he was lying to him about his name, and he doesn't even know that. But he's still with him in this one. Oh yeah, he's gone. He's like in the city or something. Because he tells little Pip. He tells little Pip to get him some tobacco. So he comes... Okay, so maybe, presumably he comes back. And then they all, maybe because of the murder, maybe this is like Rose's bequeathment or something. For whatever reason, they're here at this inn, and then he dies. Pistol loaded. Yep, he was shot, probably. A key, 5 shillings, 3 pence. One of the old workhouse geezers croaked yesterday. I will arrange for a cart to move the corpse. Send me directions. Be back before they bury him. I do not want to dig up that stiff. Okay. I wonder... It's not addressed to anybody. And it's not signed. Man is breathing, but it appears to have lost consciousness. So he's not even dead. Dang. Okay. What does he got here? A scarecrow and a wooden coffin. Weird. Okay. Ah, by the gods, what was that? Alright, let's... Everyone, you are not to visit any village or city without my permission. At no point may you disclose the location of the cabin. Mr. David Gorin. So he still doesn't know about his real name. Want to triple check that that's Ash Blair. Creepy looking. Yeah. And I also want to double check that he is the murderer. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I want to double check. So I've made that mistake a couple times too. Alright, let's check out this guy. He's got a sword. Ring with a ruby. We've seen tons of those. A wrapped piece of confectionery. A loaded pistol. Okay. Let's head into this room. Whoa! We got more voodoo weird shit going on, I think. Okay. It's the first thing I'm gonna write down. I don't know who this guy is, but... What do you think that is? Rhetorical question. Looks like 2 needles, not really swords. There's no handles, like 2 thumbtacks almost. Okay. Who is he though? We don't really know. He's got a letter from WK. WK comes to mind. I finally have the location of my target. Meet us on November 10th, Friday, in the Timberbrook Inn and bring all your tools. You get your share as we agreed. Tools. Because this is like the cabin. The Little Mermaid. So it's not... Timberbrook Inn is different than where that other murder happened. That was called the Little Mermaid. Is this like a booby trap of some sort? Or it was just barricaded and then broken into. A small weight is tied to a pull-down lever at the back of the idol. Fucking 2 squares. Interesting. So it's a different, and the handle is down this time. Handle changes. Alright, I just wrote that the handle changes and has different ruins from scenario 3. Probably a different spell of some sort, because that's what we think is going on. Shard of a vase. He used this thing to make that explode is my guess right now. A rotten apple and a green apple. That's really interesting. Ooh! It's Edmund! Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. This is the ruins in the on the idol. Also, interesting. What the hell is all this? What? There's no way this scene can be that complicated. How am I? All right, we'll get to it. Is there anything else in this room? Club. Okay. Is that a hat? Can't really tell. He's got like a... None of them... This is like the only dude that, right, has a hat. Like, that's kind of a witchy hat. Let's go to the room and see what... Okay, that is a hat. It's just like a classic cowboy, kind of like a butt cheek hat. It's, I don't know how to describe either of them. That kind of looks like the one I said was a witch's hat, but the other one, the classic cowboy or like butt cheek one, we don't have. Unless it's this one and I don't get to see the flower on it. I didn't even finish reading that. Alright, I'm not quite ready for the ruins, so let's go read the rest of this. Miss Lucia Smith, okay. You will taste any food you cook before... Oh, dude, that sucks, bro. Imagine just being a servant. Your life's like, you know, not... It's pretty mid, but it could be a lot worse. And then all of a sudden, somebody gets poisoned, and you're the cook. It's like... Well, if somebody else is getting poisoned, it's gonna be me. You just gotta hope that whoever's trying to kill whoever they're trying to kill is smart enough not to go for poison again. Little Pip, you are in charge of Black Bestia, and Golden Doubloon. Both must be fed daily. So who's Coin? Go, Coin, go. Edmund Cloudsley. Okay, so I'm guessing he gets scared after the murder. And he dips out of town, goes to this cabin, which might be the Timberbrook Inn, but I don't think so. So Hardy, Abe, and then there's 3 others. What are the chances Little Billy and Little Pip are the same person? That'd be crazy. Because there's supposed to be 4 people total, and there's only 3. There's no chimney, though, is there? That would be Little Pip's job, or that'd be Little Billy's job. And Little Pip looks scared, and he's sicking the dogs after him. I don't think so. All right, let's check out these ruins. Vacuum. This simply did not work after I aimed at the sealed vessel and activated the idol. Oh, simply did not work after I aimed the both air and vessel disappeared. Upon further consideration, it was an obvious mistake. Was it? Vacuum 2. Which is what that's what we saw. Vacuum 2. Attempted with this input, and it was a definite improvement. It decreased the amount of air, but curiously still did not create a complete vacuum in the sealed vessel. How did that cause an explosion? That's what I want to know. All right. Gold filtering. The target must contain some gold for this to work. Seawater is a suitable target, for example. However, a great deal of seawater would be required for this to yield any significant amount. Perhaps I should try it on a ship in an open sea. First step, get gold by aiming at the target. Second step, aim at an empty vessel to retrieve it. Ah, that's a wild little trick. Water. Real quickly, I'm going to take one more... Actually, I didn't even really need to do that. I want to look at the ruin again. It was... Okay, I wrote that down so I don't have to go back and forth. But I want to know what the combination was that made that happen. Spontaneous combustion. Does that say 16? Okay. Oops, I was like, what's going on? Unknown effect 14. Also... We don't know what the... These are just some of the ruins. And it's already the combination. I wonder if this dot is the lever. Why does that one have a J with a little dot? I'm confused by that. And that one doesn't. Anyway, unknown effect 14. If the implications of this are what I surmise, this could be a tremendous discovery. The next step is to progress from fruit to some more advanced organic matter. I must ask David, his assistant, to fetch me a dead body for further experiments. This is vitally urgent. Oh, okay. So this one is like a life ruin? Question mark by the life. Interesting. I wonder if that has to do with... Didn't he have a note about a dead body? Yeah. Oh, damn. Damn. What if he got set up? He's like, I'll take the dead body. And then these guys followed him. I fucking bet you that's what happened. Because it said at the workhouse, right? Yeah, at the old workhouse, croaked yesterday. All right, so he's like, yeah, you can have the dead, or these guys, or whoever. Yeah, Abe, because he's the one that has the workhouse wagon. He's like, yeah, you can have the dead body. And then put the scarecrow in it and had him followed to here to try to rob them, I assume. Did he know that Edmund was there? Was he just like, we can just rob these people? I don't know. Let's go through these ruins. And I bet that's what this is going to be, but I don't know. What the fuck? Spontaneous combustion, which is... Okay. And he's got freezing. Okay, so also the J and the J with a dot, I guess, are just two completely different runes. That makes sense. You cannot combust the target if you have not performed the freezing beforehand. What an interesting little piece of magic. Interesting. That's what the book says. The speed at which heat is increased appears to be influenced by how strongly I press the trigger and how long I have performed the J dot before it. Speed at which heat is increased appears to be influenced by how strongly I press the trigger and how long I have performed. Does that like mean the freezing? I don't know. So the only difference is this. Freezing the target rapidly can create curious side effects. For instance, I should be careful when freezing water in a sealed bottle. It exploded and glass shards flew everywhere. That makes sense. It's like if you freeze, if you put water into a glass bottle and freeze it, it expands and then the glass will break. Or really with any drink, I think most drinks at least. So I wonder if that's what he did here. Froze the vase first. And then maybe that's all he did, but why? Why is it that one, which is the vacuum? Wait. Oh, I didn't finish looking at his tools either. Oh, he's the lockpick. Got it. Okay, so that's not that one. That's a different one. Because this... No, I did. Wait. Yeah. No, that... Oh, geez. I just looked at it. Why am I... Yeah. It's different. That one does not have the dot. This one does. Huh. And it was... So maybe... I don't know. I really don't know. And also, what's up with the switch? Or the lever? Let's go to the next one. Oops, the last one. This one's really interesting. So that's what he's trying to figure out how to bring things back to life. That's crazy. All right. Ooh. Okay. Gotcha. All right. This might be important. Safety notice: upon pulling the trigger, if the glyph input is meaningful, the idol will perform the intended action on the target it can see. If its eye is red, it is ready for J input, and it will turn blue afterwards. If the eye is blue, you can only perform... What the fuck do those mean? No. Okay, so I don't get to see it. In that scenario... Where is it in this one? Is it even in this one? I feel like it is. I just don't remember where. Yeah, right there. Really nothing to go on in that one either. Eye is blue. What the hell do those mean? Where's the idol in this one? The idol's like missing completely in this one. No, it's here. I know it's here. I remember it. I don't know if I actually do. I swear I really remember the idol being in this one. Guess it wasn't. And then it just blew. How am I supposed to know this, man? Oh, is that the gold one? I'm also gonna write down this. Alright, I think the J and the J with the dot is increased and decreased. Okay. It's interesting. So if the J is increase, why is this different? Decrease and then increase? I don't know about that. I think either, or it could be heat and or actually I'm thinking maybe this one's air. But why? I mean, it really makes sense for this to be heat and this one to be but there's no like antonym for that. At least it's an option. One could be air, one could be water, one could be, I don't think they could be shot and like that kind of thing. Because it has to be this, right? think this is gold. Ah, hold on. Yeah. Let's go back to the gold one. You're decreasing the amount of gold in there and then increasing the amount of gold in the golden vessel. This is vacuum, so it's decreasing always, which is why you would only have that one. This one, you're increasing life. I don't know. Freezing, decreasing temperature, and this one raising the temperature. All right, that's good enough for me. Let's play around with this one. I actually feel pretty good about it. Decreased, increased. Should have written down the gold one. Let's just... Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. I think this one's gold. Didn't draw the vacuum one either. Okay, so one of these has to be air. For sure, right? And vacuuming is decreasing air. I think it's gonna be this one. And this one might be like... decreasing water. Where do we see the weird... We see the weird almost triangle one pop up a couple times, don't we? Just on these two. Heat. Heat. That one's got to be heat. Let's just throw this one and see if... Yeah, two or few. Okay, that's what I thought. So I think this is the only one that's wrong. That pretty much confirms... I mean, technically this one, I guess, could be wrong, but I think it's this one. But what could that be? It's in all... It's like in all of them. It's in the life ruin matter. Beautiful. Beautiful! Okay. Now let's play around with this. This one's Edmund Cloudsley. Is that the dead guy? No, that's the dead guy who's... David Goron or Ash Blair. Right? Yep. Lucia Smith. Little Pip. Which dog? Oh, Black Bestia or Golden Doubloon? Probably Golden Doubloon, right? And then we got... I'm gonna guess this is... Hardy Abe. If this is his cart, it's probably his bag, and those are probably his candies. So Hardy Abe. And then we had a locksmith. Oh, yeah. Picklock is going to be Jack Nails. And he's probably Billy Cracker, since he's probably not Little Billy. So Jack Nails is the guy with the lockpicks. Why does he look nothing like... I hate that. Okay, it looks more like that. I get it. Jack Nails. How do we feel about this one? I feel pretty good. Okay. Yikes. Should not feel very good. Okay. So why does Hardy... Okay, actually that does make sense. Maybe I should have looked at like their weapons. No, it doesn't say what weapons they have. Jack Nails has got to be right, right? Okay. So let's find out. Actually, it's probably not. Okay. Okay, so that's not Billy Cracker. Oh, that's got to be the gentleman guy. Duh. Walter Keane. That's so funny. I almost walked right into that. Almost got so lucky with that. That's funny. Yeah, okay. Now that makes perfect sense. So he's probably the one who hired him. That was his book or in his bag. But they used Hardy Abe's wagon and his lockpicking skills. All right. Walter Keane needed something. No. Okay, Dave. No. Okay, I think we're gonna start with Edmund Cloudsley needed a corpse. And then David Goron, along with accomplices, delivered a coffin upon entering Is Walter Keane the only one with a pistol? No, he is. A loaded pistol. A loaded pistol. I think upon entering, Walter Keane suddenly shot David Goron. Meanwhile, Edmund Cloudsley Okay, so what did he do to the vase? I mean, this might be the quickest that we ever solve one of these. Wasn't it the hardest one? And I, haven't done it yet, so I don't want get too ahead of myself, but okay. Nope. Okay. Decreased the amount of heat. Or air. Ah. No, really? He has a gun too. How is that not what happened? I do not care what means you... I don't think Edmund shot him. Oh, what? How did they get like that? Decrease the amount of... Upon entering, it's gotta be... Did he not get shot? Oh no, he didn't get shot. Why did I think he got shot? Okay. So Hardy Abe's the one with the... So upon entering, Hardy Abe suddenly clubbed. That's still not right. Maybe it's... Wait. Walter Keene, along with accomplices, delivered a... Okay, we're getting somewhere. Meanwhile... Oh, that's right. That's not Hardy Abe. That's where we went wrong. God! That's Hardy Abe. Oh yeah, we're good. We did know that. Upon entering... Bestia. Okay, that's really interesting. Why is it that... So there's 3 wrong right now. We know that's true because it's his... Right? And then now there's 2 wrong. So why does it not switch? Sealed. We put like water. What if we put what? Does that mean only 1 is wrong right now? Well, 2's probably wrong right now, and if this is right, then it's 1. But then why does it go... Okay, I know what we gotta do. I don't even... I'm a little annoyed. Not upset or anything. But like, what the hell? I don't get that. Why? Okay, so that one was wrong. So when this one was wrong, and this one was wrong, why did it still say 2 or fewer were correct when I had like heat and everything in here? Because then heat's wrong, and that's wrong. Am I making any sense? I don't know. The scroll has been fulfilled. No hints access. To gain entrance to Edmund Cloudsley's secret forest cabin, gentleman robber Walter Keene pretended to deliver a corpse to Edmund for his experiments. On entering the cabin, the robbers ambushed the servants, and Edmund locked himself in his study while the robbers were sawing through the lock. Edmund prepared... Why did they have a lockpick if they had to end up sawing through the lock? Probably because Edmund's locks are too good. Where's his hair? I guess we don't know what year this is. I mean, he has done a lot of research on the idol, so maybe many years later. Yeah. Edmund prepared a trap with the idol that killed 2 of the intruders. I want to see if I can find... I know we looked at this one already. Morning innkeeper, I heard there was a man murdered here a week ago. It arranged conflict. Oh, bugger off. I don't think we've met that person yet. Anything to show the year. She had a newspaper, didn't she? 1788. So it's the same year. Is that just a wig? I'm not crazy. He was bald and he's bald there. Maybe he's sick now. I don't know. but it's the same year. That was March, or at least that's what the letter said, and this is September? Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm still very confused by that. Oh well, I'm also a little, come on. I should have been able to get this. Decreased heat, and that's why it exploded. I mean, it did make the, yeah, I don't know. That was when freezing water, but yeah, just increased the air in the vase. That was still the quickest I've ever solved one, and it's gonna be still probably a little shorter of an episode, but we unlocked this thing, so we'll let's go ahead and watch that. Ash Blair, he survived. Then, Sir Coroner, the bandits accidentally set off my master's laboratory chemical ingredients. What happened afterwards? I managed to fend the rest of them off, but my master lord, Edmund Cloudsley, got caught in the blast, which severely disfigured him, and soon afterwards he died, bless his soul. What? So he's full of shit, right? Oh, that sucks. Hey, Edmund died? Oh, I wanted to see where his bringing back the life experiments came with this fucking, what was this? Oh, golden something. So what really happened? Because we know he was locked away. We also know he was passed out, so I don't really think he fought anybody off. I think Edmund probably managed to kill them. And then maybe he tried to use the experiments on those people since they were incredibly freshly dead. And then something fucked up happened. He got disfigured. I don't know. That's just one little random guess. Oh, that's very nice. I didn't know I could click on that. Oh, super nice to know. Okay. It's all started because Albert Cloudsley, Esquire, murdered a man. And then we think Sebastian was probably Albert's son. Oh, isn't there a family tree in one of these? Is it the next one, probably? Ah. I don't know. I'm not gonna search every scenario and every... I don't think it'd be in any of... It might be on... No. This is the one that it makes the most sense in being, right? Oh well. Little Pip definitely stole that cigar, right? Where? It wasn't like it. No. Ugh, it's gonna bother. Oh! Aha, yeah, it's this guy. Okay. So he's the dead one. Gotcha. So this is the murderer. I wonder how Beatrix died. I bet Peter had something to do with it. And then she's now dead. Wow, so Edmund... Well, Edmund just died. God, dude, is Peter still alive? Fucking Peter's still alive, isn't he? Oh, man. Willard's dead. Ash or David's dead. Edmund is maybe dead. Peter's still alive. Rose is dead. Wow. Man, that's crazy. Almost everybody we've seen is now dead if we trust Ash Blair. Ash is not dead. I said he was just a second ago, but I was wrong. Yeah, obviously. He's not dead. All right. Should we do a little sneak peek? Yeah, we got time in this episode. I'll extend it just a little bit more. Chapter 3, The Ascent. The strange practices of a secretive society. We're not going to click anything. I'm just going to go... this is going to be... I'm actually going to get out. Because I'm going to let the excitement... That's awesome. It's a great start. Especially with this. I think we're going to maybe see the Dark Hand people. It's the secretive society. I don't know. I hope so. This is awesome. I'm going to keep it up right now. So thank you for joining me in this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.